That.
You see that?
Where's my intro guy?
Oh, I'm here. I'm coming. Hey,
we literally weren't ready. You're just like, I'm starting it right now. Like, dude, it was like, I'm still setting everything up.
Oh, I can't do that.
It's all right.
Hey, what up, world? I'm here with Frank.
That's what I'm talking about.
Mr. In my opinion, one of the best drafts so far. And then I'm here with the trade guru, Anthony.
Making those trades happen.
He's really working the trade room. I'm surprised he's out of the war room right now. You guys already know what it is. We're going to be grading, a 1QB for the first time in a long time. I don't even know how to grade this. So, guys, expect a lot of good grades for me, especially a few of you guys I'm trying to get trades from. So, welcome, Get Right Fantasy Network. Frank, Anthony, thank you guys for being here.
You got to turn your volume up a little bit. But
Appreciate it.
how you doing? I'm doing all right. I'm actually doing all right. I'm good.
He's mad, guys.
I'm not mad.
It's going to be a great show.
I'm the only one who hasn't been taken for a trade yet. So, like, I'm good. Like, I'm fine with it.
I haven't even traded at all either, so I'm not tripping on it either.
That's what I'm saying. Come see me in a couple years when all my guys are all peaking at the same time and we're good. So, it's all good.
Hey, my dude's setting up a retirement plan with this league.
I trade for players, not picks, man. I don't do this pick trading, roulette, gambling nonsense.
Let me check.
I'm an analyzer. But anyway,
boy's probably already in the chat.
All besides the
trade guru that hasn't made a trade, throw him up. I knew he was going to be there. I had to switch screens on him. The league has had 200 trades. He hasn't been involved in one.
Because that's clownness going on in there. That's not fantasy football. That's just whatever. I'm just saying, if we were playing for $500, are you guys doing all this? Let's go. Let's play for 500, and then let's see what we're doing then. That's what I'm saying. We ain't doing all this if we're playing for more than $10.
Get the intro
anyway,
started on
yeah, all of our hundreds of other people are going. You're the one who started it before we even ready,
this show's going to be great. I'm so pumped. Anthony has
this is going to be epic.
In 3 days. Hey.
I'm ready to talk about a real draft.
Why do I look so red? To fix that hue.
Your lighting. You need a ring light, buddy.
Yeah.
Invest that money. Yeah. You guys got to buy a shirt so we can buy Frank a lamp.
Hey, you're on the hot lamp right now.
Need a ring light.
Hey, this show's going to be amazing. Hey.
I'm going to hit the intro.
Oh, man.
All right. I'm starting off with baseball. Shout out Pete Alonso. Winning me money on that home run derby. Trey, we love you. Hey, better luck next year. Hey, but we got a great draft. We got a 12-teamer. We got Mike. We got Anthony are in there. No me or Frank. But it's a 1QB league. I don't even know how to do this anymore. Everybody's team just kind of looks amazing, but it kind of looks horrible at the same time. And we see you tried out a whole different strategy, which you do. You like to keep people on their toes. But let's start it off with the man, KJ Flint 20, who I've made a few trades with today. So shout out to you, KJ. We appreciate you. Speaking of Christian McCaffrey, shout out them boys. Shout out, Get Right Fantasy Network. Let's jump right to it, guys. How do we grade these things anymore? Frank, do you remember? I have no clue.
You start one.
Oh man, I don't know.
You start one real draft
on these guys.
What does that say?
Right? It is.
I'm just saying, send me an offer. I literally just sent an offer. I just sent an offer for like my second, 4 picks for one
I don't think we
guy
can start.
and just got declined. But yeah, anyway, go ahead.
Go ahead, Frank.
Is that here some animosity going on? What's
We're
going
in
on?
drafting
Trade
season.
situation.
I don't mind. I'm
Off,
good.
Yeah.
Them
boys is sending you trades as we speak.
I'm all good. This is not an episode for it. We should do a separate episode for the league, but
we will.
There's other people that want to see their grades, so let's get to it.
And KJ Flint's one of them. Frank, what do you think?
Let me run down to the team here. We got McCaffrey, obviously taking the number one.
Shows off the rails already.
And it's funny if you look at the draft right now. There's no QB taken till the third. Just obviously not being a super flex that we've been doing so much. I mean, it's just weird to look at it now. You know what I mean? Like I need to go back and do a couple of these because these are the leagues I'm in. So I need to start getting some practice myself. I'm glad that the season's about to start. So obviously it goes running back,
Frank.
wide receiver takes the tight end. Andrews, high.
I'll come back.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we're finally in single-digit number of weeks until football starts. 9 weeks until NFL actually starts. Quick tidbit. Sorry to interrupt, Frank.
Right.
You got the floor. I'll be quiet.
It was a good update. We need a ticker across the bottom.
Like Anthony is in the trade. Never mind.
It's a long season, guys. Long season. Even longer.
Comes back with another wide receiver. I don't know. Finally gets Rojo, Sermon, and Dylan. I mean, this is a 1-year redraft, right? So,
yeah,
it doesn't seem like he was like setting up the team for victory this year. He was like trying to do some, dynasty stuff going on. But I mean, obviously, if these guys hit for him, I just think he took too long to get a running back, a second running back aside from McCaffrey. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it stares out to me. I gave it a B+. I mean, the team's pretty decent with everybody's got. Just a setup to me.
That's still running backs, good. Still pretty good.
I guess in this case.
Gotta fix your audio a little bit there, Dustin. But
I got nothing.
You got nothing. That's it, huh? They need a charge or something. It's all good. KJ Flint, I have him here. I was kind of in the same place as you. I was on that B+, A- kind of borderline. I ended up having to go with the A- side just because of the top end talent that he has in those top, picks in McCaffrey, Brown, Metcalf, and Murray. I think the positional, advantage he has there with those guys compared to some of the other starting lineups, kind of give it the nod for me. just like you said, though, there is some work to be done there as far as the depth goes, and then of course just having a solid RB2. But again, I just think, you could possibly make up for that or, do some trades to get yourself out of that if you really needed to. So overall, I think we're good. We're about the same.
Yeah.
So now we know. Hey, I'm a little ahead on the chats. We'll go back. But Martin Victorious, what's his name? Victorious.
V.
His teammate. So where we're not showing a team name for whatever reason, you must have just got out early. That's why. So, yeah, he left the room. Okay, he gets that. So, sorry, that just reminds me once we get there. Martin, right? Boom.
Oh, nice. I can put this up and I have to see his face.
Oh, he says, because I left the room.
Hey, KJ Flint, I like your team. I'm kind of with them. Whoa. Hey, technical difficulties, boys.
We're live. This is what happens live.
Dude, hey, my dog's protecting the house. Things are going on, man. It's trash night. People try to rummage through. Things are going on. Yeah, I would like to see a little more on the running back side of things, especially in a 1QB. Like how you picked up a second one. You got a lot of rookies. So it feels like you were kind of prepping for the dynasty. I agree with Frank on that one. But not to beat you up too much, you got really good grades. We've changed. Back in the day, Frank's grading this thing an F. Now he's up there. He's giving B-, B+. We see you, Frank. Hey, we recognize. Jumping on to McGoats 05. I like McGoats, man. I'm glad he's in this one. We need to get more McGoats in here. came through with Kittle. We had some crazy stuff going on. I'm not going to go about tight ends, but he took his number 2 pick, put it on a tight end. Things are crazy in 1QB leagues. You got my boy Chris Carson. That's a hot topic today. And you got a shitload of receivers. A lot of them. So, man, interesting team.
Not too many more than the average. It just kind of looks like a lot because they're all kind of lumped there together.
Yeah, they're all in a row. And I know there's not much options right there for a running back. And we know. So, like, I'm just going to be honest, guys. I say all this stuff. I grade and we talk about color coding. You guys stay true to the color coding. I got into a draft with you guys. I went haywire. I didn't do any of the color coding we're talking about. Things went crazy. I think I just got my first wide receiver. So don't listen to me. Let's talk to the professionals. Frank, Anthony. Hey, I don't know what I'm doing. What do you guys think?
It's hilarious. Yeah, you just got too excited, man. Yeah. First draft of the year, he just went crazy. That's all that pinup off-season juices flowing, I guess. But no, man,
right.
Magoats, shout out to you. Magoats won our first spot. Big shout out here in our listener league, man. So for those of you guys who know, we have a listener league that we're doing. Going to be a redraft league. Magoats answered one of our trivia questions. We popped up and had one of our, I was just kind of feeling givey the other night and thought we got to get this thing popped off here soon anyway. So congratulations, Magoats. We'll see you in the listener league, my friend. As far as your draft goes, gave you a B+. I was again kind of on that same teeter as far as B+, A-, just because again his running backs are a little more solid. Obviously the tight end's more solid, but of course KJ Flint's receivers kind of blow Cooper and more out of the water. And then Joe Burrow versus Kyler Murray. So to me, the starting lineup is kind of what gave it the nod, even though Magoats had a little more balanced team. KJ Flint had a little more star power. So I had to go with the B+ here, Magoats.
What? I don't know what I'm doing, but I disagree. We'll move on. Frank?
Where you at with it then? You were at A+ or what?
I went B+. Oh, you're saying for Dustin?
No, I'm asking Dustin. Yeah, Dustin. I heard you. You said B+. Yes.
Hey, if KJ Flint was an A, my man Magoats is an A+. That's all I'm saying. He's that much. I like his team that much more. When you're getting Kittle that much earlier, I'm not bought on Andrews. I like Joe Burrow. I feel like they're going to be losing a lot of games. He's going to be throwing the ball a lot. He's got the 2 running backs like you like to see. I'd rather have Carson as my RB2 than Rojo. I think Rojo's still available in our league, and we're like 15th round. You got Cortland Sutton, Amari Cooper. I mean, besides Odell. Odell's that guy for me that is Deshaun to use, Frank. So what do you got him at? Enough about me. What about you, Frank?
I was at like a B-, man. I'm not too fond of it also, but I like the running backs like you mentioned. I don't even mind taking Kittle there because that's his wide receiver. And I were having a conversation that I'm going to save for when we get to him because he took Kelsey number 1. I like the team overall, but I mean it's not my kind of team because of the running back, the wide receiver depth that he does have. I do like the running backs though. Just I don't know. There's just something about it that's just off to me, and that's just where I'm at. I don't know. I like Hines is like, what's going on with them? Cohen, Madison. It's just the backups that I don't care for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I hear you. All right, moving on. We won't kill the guy. We got Tank Kramer. I've seen him before, right? Tank Kramer?
Yeah, part of the Dynasty Pylon, man. He's one of our first drafters. He's been involved in liking the show, commenting on the show. So
them boys. He's trying to send pics of his dog and on Anthony.
Yeah, we're not. What's going on? That's crazy.
They're hating on your trade offers.
That's fine. I'm not even sending any offers. That's the thing that's crazy. I'm on a show. I'm not sending anything. I stopped sending stuff yesterday. Like I tried like 2 today and they got rejected. So I was just like, I'm
So
done.
he has
We're not talking
geriatric
about this
buttermilk.
league here. Come on, let's grade the draft. We have first time drafters, new time subscribers here. We're gonna lose them.
Running backs, no way, A+.
Hey, we're not losing them. Hey, stay tuned. We're gonna do the same thing. We have our
Tank
listener
Kramer's
league,
from
so
the fantasy pylon.
yeah, Tank
Yes.
Kramer.
Yes.
I was just asking a question.
Absolutely.
All right, cool.
So shout out.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I don't know
My
who's
dude's
going
got
first.
A killer beard.
It's
hey,
off the way. I came in with
a.
There you go. I came in with a B here.
Sorry.
Balanced team. I really like Barkley, Montgomery. I'm on, as you guys know.
This is a B?
Yeah, and then Hopkins, Lamb, you got Russell Wilson and Pitts in there. Not sure. Again, we're not sure what he's going to do. And then again, just kind of loses me with the rest of the receivers here. Again, still good starters, but to me, not as good as starters as McCaffrey, Brown, Metcalf, and Murray. So to me, again, that's why it comes in as a B for me.
So I'll be more generous than you. I like the construction of the team. Russell Wilson, I think he kind of reached for him early. But if that's who he likes and that's who he wants, then you're comfortable with your team. I don't think he's being drafted there. His average ADP's there. You know what I mean? Like Dak could have went ahead of him. Lamar Jackson, I think, could have went ahead of him. The guys that are basically on the next, draft set, Kyler Murray, I would have took over, Russell Wilson. So I think he went a little early on that. But regardless of that, Barkley, Montgomery, Hopkins, and Lamb, I like the wide receiving core, the running back core, and then he goes, young with Kyle Pitts. I think he took him at a good spot in the sixth. And I don't mind the backups. I mean, Drake is not too bad. Edwards, whatever. But the rest of the team is not bad. And taking Mayfield as the last pick, I think still B+. You know what I mean? Maybe even A range.
There you go. Just give him a C too, and just give him the whole damn all the grades.
Nah. I'm just saying it's trending more up than down is what I'm trying to get at when I say maybe an A range. You know what I mean? Because I do. You know what I mean? Like it's a decent team. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen with these guys. I just think he went a little early with Wilson, and that's the only reason I didn't give him a full on A and everything else. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Hey, stock market.
Because I do believe the other quarterbacks that went after him would have been better. But I mean,
I thought you froze on us. Yeah, I thought you froze on us there. I never heard you just cease conversation ever. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Go ahead,
garbage.
Dustin, on you.
Okay, he's here. Hey, so I've said this. This is my third time saying this. That's what I told you, and then why? Me. Garbage.
It's a garbage.
Damn, well, that's a rough grade. I'll say this. I've said this every time. Tank Kramer. Okay. Started with KJ, had the best team, then McGoat. Now I'm saying Tank Kramer. I'm looking at Wilson 27. Wilson 27's got the best team in the draft by far. Everybody's one-upped each other from here. When you're dropping 3 running backs like that, you're talking about Derrick Henry and Miles Sanders. I mean, forget about it. I don't care who your receivers are. You came with Parker. You got Pollard. You got Logan Thomas. Like, my man, hey, I'd change a few things for sure. But so far, am I wrong in saying this is the best draft?
I mean, I have it up there. I came in with an A-. Yeah, I mean, it's not the best overall just because I don't prefer Dobbins right there, really.
I mean, of the first 4.
Well, yeah, of the first 4, yeah, I kind of had it right there with KJ Flint as far as, for me. But again, there's just kind of a couple pieces I think are a little better. Obviously, the receiving core is a lot better, but he actually has, the running back depth here, which I think evens it out for me, and that's why they kind of came out as a wash to me at an A-. So,
okay,
Frank, where are you at?
Wash.
Break it down, Frank.
I'll just give him. I like the running backs, but I don't like Dobbins. Honestly, the 3 that he got there. Cheese is cool. He got Prescott. Of course, I'm happy with him taking that out where he got him at. In the 5th. I mean, you kidding me? He's probably going in the 4th right now in ADP, even higher maybe. Like Thomas, the wide receivers aside. I mean, I don't like Lockett, but I like Boyd and Parker. I don't really care for actually. Pollard, Williams.
Yeah,
I'm
keep
still
making
at
that
A.
grade.
You know,
Down,
I just
down,
don't.
down.
I don't
Okay.
think it.
Frank, let me ask you this.
I'm liking Mike's team, the next team better, honestly. That's what I'm going to talk about.
Hey, so Frank. All right, so we both kind of said that we're not big fans of Dobbins. I think this is kind of a tough range when we talk about the next 3 guys, their number 2 running backs. Would you prefer a Montgomery, a Carson, or a Sanders instead of Dobbins right there? And Ant, kind of same question to you.
Go ahead, Frank.
I would prefer a Najee, a Mixon, or an Eckler there.
Or something?
No, no, just saying. I don't know. No, you know, Sanders or Carson, I would have took over Dobbins.
What the hell would you go with Eckler?
For me, what happened?
I think he said he'll take Eckler.
He's young and he's getting the ball off. Then.
Oh, I thought he said Carson.
Yeah, but he got.
I must be hearing wrong.
Picked 8 picks before.
Well, I know. I'm just saying. Wishful thinking.
Yeah, that's like saying I would have taken McCaffrey.
No, but I mean the picks that he took after, I still would have took Sanders.
I totally missed that.
But let's say they swore.
I thought he said one
after. Yeah.
That's what I was asking, Frank.
I thought he said one of the actual questions.
Okay,
I was like, I thought you would have answered with one of the options he actually gave you.
Tank is garbage. Everybody's garbage.
That's hilarious.
Lindsey, he could lead. He could lead the running back.
Yeah, I mean,
the rest of them are old.
We had this fight earlier.
Yeah, I was like, I've been on the Lindsey bandwagon since a long time ago. Basically, as soon as they signed him, even after they signed Mark Ingram, once they signed Lindsey, I said, oh, he'll probably emerge from the backfield there. Again, it doesn't mean they're going to do anything crazy or be fantasy relevant, but I think if he stays healthy, he has a chance to probably be the best producer there, just given what we've seen from the other two. And again, when Lindsey's been healthy, look at his numbers. He's put up numbers. It's just been he can't stay healthy. So again, at that size, playing the running back positions, getting 15 to 20 carries doesn't really suit his body type. So again, we'll see what happens. But question to me is, I probably would have done what you said or kind of suggested there. To me, that's where you kind of would be okay, kind of taking a Kittle or an AJ Brown or a Metcalf or a Hopkins kind of there, especially in redraft. And then still come back around. Obviously, hindsight 2020, knowing you might be able to get a Sanders there, or even a Gaskins. I'd be okay with one of those two, knowing I had that type of talent at wide receiver or tight end. Kind of in that second spot. So that second round, you can kind of play with it as you get down to this back end of the second round. You just have to know when and where to pivot. To make sure you're maximizing your weekly output on that team. So, again, just make sure. Or again, if that's your guy and that's the guy you think, then go ahead and get him.
Yeah, Philip Lindsay for sure, not a bad pick at pick 12. I think we kind of all agree, but who knows? J.K. Dobbins could shock us all. We don't know what's going to happen. It's kind of how I feel.
I mean, I think he's the best pick out of all these running backs, basically from 11, 12, and 13. I think he's the best running back pick there, if that's puts anything into perspective.
Yeah, I like to, I'll weigh on a Carson or a Sanders, but I know there's an injury risk, that sort of thing. So I know I'm out there on those ones.
I'm with you on Sanders.
Back over Sanders. Hubbard?
Over J.K. Dobbins.
Guess Hubbard's not really doing much anyways, right?
Nah, I mean, he's a good backup if you have McCaffrey, but yeah.
Yeah,
that's like we're talking about the same Hubbard. Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, but I mean, when you're only drafting,
I was just asking because I was looking at the other ones that was drafted there. Is Madison was there, Tariq Cohen went right above.
That's what I'm saying. I'm taking right above.
They're all just basically handcuffs. Lindsey's the only one that actually has a shot at actually getting it. So yeah,
right. And the only one I would take in a PPR in this 10th round over Lindsey probably would be Gainwell, maybe Henderson, just because of his potential if Akers were to go down. But as far as just standalone value, without an injury, Gainwell. I would say Lindsey, or I'm sorry, Gainwell, just because of his passing upside. To me, he's kind of like a poor man's ETN at this point. And again, that's just without either one of them playing an actual snap. Yeah, we're just
we have absolutely no clue.
Exactly.
But yeah, it sounds good. It looks good on paper. But that's all good insight. We had that conversation with Lindsey earlier. I'm glad we talked about it. I'm still going with David Johnson. That's why he went that many rounds before. But if he gets hurt, he is older. He does get hurt.
Right.
Moving on, the guy with the worst emblem in the draft by far, Mike. So if you guys haven't checked it out, man, Mike's writing awesome articles. He even dropped some stuff today. If you guys haven't gone to getrighff.com, check him out, man. He's always writing good articles. He's dropping sleepers.
He wrote a new article. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's dropping good articles. We got our rankings up there, all that stuff. More reasons to go see it, but definitely check out his articles. I really like his mindset. I know some of this stuff he's real deep into fantasy football. So some of this, super flex, things like that, little new to him. I like what he did here. He has a lot of names that I don't so much care for, but I mean, even just pulling Tannehill that late, and look at the depth at wide receiver and running back. I like what he did there. Again, the names, like, I don't have a reason I don't take Kamara, but I feel like I missed that train, so I don't mess with them. DeAndre Swift, Anthony, you and I kind of went through this last year where we had the Swifts, we had the Akers, we had I feel like every rookie running back.
We were a year too early, yeah.
On all of them.
And now have no shares of them this year probably because of that.
Same. That's exactly
except for Akers. I'm going Akers with my keeper, but it's only costing me like an 8th round, so I'll take it.
Can't do that. Frank,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, come on.
Let's go to you, Frank. Give him the first grade. Be rough on this guy.
Well, I gave him an A+. I like this team. I like the construction. I like the people he has on the Kamara, Swift.
Hey, we're gonna have to pay this guy one
Ridley
day.
And Evans. I like both of those guys.
Wow.
Hey, Robinson, I like even more right now over Etienne. I heard, but some news blotter or whatever you want to call it, cannon fodder at this point, because obviously it hasn't happened yet. But that he's going to be obviously getting more of the workload over Etienne. Etienne is going to be passing down backs, so it's not going to be true RBB that we were looking at, and look, they're being drafted in literally the same tier here. So I don't think that's going to be as an even share as oh yeah. So I don't think it's going to be as an even share. You know what I mean? Like, I think Robinson will get the majority of the carries and get more of the workload. But I do like the rest of my receiving core: Higgins, Anderson, Fuller. I like Tannehill, Troutman taking late, Jared Cook. He's just taking flyer tight ends at the end. So the rest of the team looks really solid. I think it is A+, man.
Mike, putting it down, Mike. See, A+. My dude paid him before the show. See, that's what I'm saying. Hey, no, we're gonna have to pay him. He writes for us. He blesses
us with. He blesses the world.
Yeah, no, I had to come in.
Well, I like the running backs, wide receivers you got. I like the quarterback. Shoot.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's good.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's good. The first 4 picks.
What's the update, Anthony? First and foremost,
I'm trying to get there for the 3rd time.
Go. What's the update? The world is waiting.
All right. So from what I heard and read, Carlos Hyde looks like he's going to be coming in, possibly splitting with Robinson. It looks like good old Herbs is designating them as a 1-2 punch, as he says, with Etienne taking the 3rd down passing role. So we have a full-blown RBBC there in Jacksonville. So again, I'm going to check my sources and keep an eye on this. And again, this is all how it goes, but that's just what I'm hearing from my sources. So just again, keep an eye on it. Let me know if you guys are hearing the same.
That would be the worst thing ever.
You heard it here
first. Why?
If not,
why would you do that?
First.
Like, why?
It's Jacksonville.
Urban has something against DJ Chark and James Robinson for some reason. He
said he did
is
not
trying
like
to
DJ
find
Chark.
any reason to get rid of these two guys.
7 to 8 pounds of muscle during the offseason.
He's a
wasn't
beast.
liking what he's seeing. He's trying to spread Etienne out. He likes Laviska Shenault.
Shout out to Ryan in a Rover.
Hey, basically a freaking mess. Unless it's Trevor Lawrence and Dynasty. I mean, I'm still taking Robinson, but I've seen some of the same stuff you're talking about, Anthony.
Oh, you're holding out on us? Look at you. You're in the books. You're rolling your sleeves up. I know you're over there working.
Dude, I'm talking about weight gains for Jacksonville.
That's what I'm saying. You're rolling those sleeves up.
Hey, we're doing this for the world, man. It's not for me, you know.
we're reaching out to Jacksonville for you guys, so you know what's going
crazy.
on.
Mike, you got a good grade. Did you guys both give your grades on him?
I came in with a B plus. I didn't get into why, but we spent enough time on it here. We can move on. I'll talk to him offline about it.
Mike, we'll have you write an article about it.
Exactly.
Hey, just kidding. Man.
I tried something new, guys.
This guy was thinking.
I tried something new. I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone, if you guys can't tell.
Hey, I'm
trying to get out of my comfort zone.
I said that in the very beginning, but I really like your team. I like what you did here. Obviously, that's a super crazy reach for Kelsey, but we know you're just playing around at this point. You would never do this in an actual draft.
I don't know, man. I kind of liked how it turned out a little bit. You guys haven't noticed, I've been taking tight ends a little earlier and earlier here as we go, and this is my earliest. Yeah.
I can see you taking him in the second. In the first right there, actually, I don't know if he comes back around to you. You do have those crazy people. And a lot of our family.
Well, considering
not everybody's in this
Kittle got taken, I don't think he'd come back around.
So you could see Mahomes and Kelsey. A lot of people do that, or Mahomes and Tyreek, and they just try to stack them 1, 2, 3 right away. So I feel that. Sorry, Frank. You got the
No, I'm just saying
before Godwin.
Crazy.
Did he?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Anthony and I were talking.
I came back around and got him. That's right. How and why did I do that? Who knows? I think it might have been when we were on the stream. Maybe I just panic picked him and just saw him there and grabbed him. That happens sometimes.
Either of those guys in any draft ever.
Oh, I like Godwin, but go ahead.
Oh yeah, I do. I did too. We were just saying we were talking about taking the tight end earlier today, Anthony. Right?
Did you just trade for Julio Jones?
And I went back to the stats that. I don't know who traded for him, but
sorry, it just hit me.
Right?
Hey, I didn't like him. Nobody wanted to touch him.
What was it? A couple weeks ago, Dustin? Wasn't it a couple weeks ago? I think you had the stats as to who was it? You said I think it was Darren Waller that the top 25 or what was it? 25% of the winning championships had Waller on their team or something like that. Or what was the stat? Do you remember?
Hell no.
But anyways, point being that Anthony and I were just talking about taking the tight end early, and then even actually our people adjusting to the fact that we don't give too many A's for having tight ends early, and maybe we should look at the numbers and work it out. But the reason I say it mostly is just because of my personal opinion and how I like the team, not necessarily that it doesn't work or that it's not right. You know what I mean? Like that's not my stance. I think that it works good if you do draft well. I mean, yeah, exactly. This is how I prefer to play. There's a no RB strategy, which obviously goes against everything that I do. You know what I mean? I go running back heavy. But it also works for other people. If you get a bunch of wide receivers and tight ends at the top ones, you got basically it comes down to having the top players in the position, right? Obviously, if Kelsey and the scarcity of the position and the guys that the points you're going to get from these guys merits them being drafted at that position, then that's who you should take. Yeah, or if you like them or if you're comfortable with them, that doesn't have anything to do with how I personally set up and how I like to run my teams. You know what I mean? Like I think those one and two things, and I do see that they're valuable and that they should be taken early. But would I do it? No. You know what I mean? I'm not comfortable with that. I've taken them early like that. I think I had the 2 years that Gronk went bad. Like there was a stat that I'd seen a little bit ago when there was I forgot the fantasy guys, the green one. I forget the name of the page. They did a breakdown on tight ends and drafting tight ends, and they did a breakdown on Gronk for a while there, where he had like a 4-year span, and 2 years were really good and 2 years were really bad. And I think I had him on both of those years. So I think it's more important to draft
the bad years.
Yeah, the bad years. I had the bad years. I literally had the bad years every time.
It always happens like that.
But
right?
the more important point that I was trying to get at is having drafting players at a really low ADP that they perform above the ADP, meaning they score more fantasy points for you from the position that you drafted them at. So if you get a guy at number 8 in round 8 and he's giving you round 2 numbers, that's the whole point. You know what I mean? Obviously, we're all trying to do that. And if it works out with those tight ends, so be it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think Anthony's teams actually looks bad. I like Najee. I like Gaskin, Julio Jones, and Godwin. I mean, I don't care about Julio Jones, but I mean, you know, that's just personal. But I mean, he got drafted there. I still think he would have took Godwin over Julio Jones, as you know, some of the commentary is going on. But I think he's still a pretty decent, you know, team overall. Gainwell, Herbert, you know, I mean, I like Stafford as the backup QB. It's not a bad team. I'd still definitely give it a B plus. Maybe a new night here. Scratch that surface.
Put an F on it. Get on down here.
You gonna grade your own team yet?
No, I never grade it. I just want to point out
you're trying
just Russell Gage. You know, I don't think we've really talked about it too much here, but obviously he's going to start creeping up. You know, a lot of draft boards. He hasn't been making it on our draft board, but again, the more and more we adjust to Julio being gone from Tennessee, his ADP will start rising. You know, once people kind of see him down there, he's kind of really buried, really far down on the sleeper.
Yes, as soon as ADP season starts and that he's actually seen, yeah, you know what I mean. Like that'll straighten that all out.
Start coming up. Yeah. So good.
Hey Frank, Anthony's got the floor right now.
No, I'm good.
Well, I just wanted to say one thing.
It's just my team. Yeah, no, I'm good. I drafted it, so I know what I feel like I could do better, and you know where things maybe went haywire and whatnot. But
hey, not bad, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying different stuff out. Yeah, I don't think it turned out too bad. Like I could live with that team.
Yeah,
I really like this next team.
This is your kind of team, huh? I was gonna say this is your kind of team.
Truth Pilot.
I mean,
those blue collar guys.
I now go. I go quarterback a lot higher than this, but I could understand for a lot of these, like how do you turn them down? Up to Galladay, like I did a little research on Galladay. Sorry, Mike. We know you wrote the whole article about Galladay. I'm still not believing it. I don't remember what the stat was, but I think Daniel Dimes threw for 250 yards only 2 times last year, I think. And one of them was 252 yards. Like, I can't put my faith in my receiver, even though he's a third wide receiver right there and that kind of quarterback.
He was throwing to nobody, and he had no Saquon either, and no line. But I'm just saying.
See, I take that stuff into account too. But even when he did, I don't know, man. I have to see it before I'm gonna put any kind of trust in there. Like, definitely give me Thielen, like Joey Olsen did. Give me a Thielen after that. Give me, I don't know, somebody else, man. I just can't see myself doing that. So besides that, I mean, there's a few names that I would change. Obviously, Damian Harris. I don't know why I feel like Sonny Michel still got a chance over there. I don't understand what happened. I don't think Damian Harris is that much better than him.
So what have you done for me lately?
That's what it is. But then he came back with Brandon Cooks. So, I mean, he's got a really solid team. I just don't like the Jalen Hurts and Kirk Cousins. Everybody who's ever watched the show knows I hate those guys. So, but other than that, I think he did really good. It looks like me the first couple of picks.
It looks like you first couple picks.
Yeah, no, I'll go next on that one. Everyone afraid to grab the mic here, I'll grab it. I'm not shy. I'll give this team a B- here. Just kind of same reason. I don't personally like Mixon. I wasn't big on him last year. I was trying to tell Dustin to get off him early, and he just wouldn't. He loves him. But I was big on him the year prior to that. I was calling him Baby Bill, which might have, kind of maybe got to your head a little bit. I don't know exactly why you personally like Mixon. I know we used to talk about him a lot, the year before, and then I kind of hopped off the train.
As a person.
Oh, well, I don't go personal like that. I meant purely in a fantasy.
We were just playing fantasy football.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not getting all. I'm not getting all there. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. But that's just kind of where I'm at with it. I'm okay with Harris. I mean, I prefer him as an RB4, of course, than an RB3. But by that time, obviously, there's a lot of guys gone already at that point. He does have a chance to get it. Obviously, like him in standard more than PPR. Just clearly there. Obviously, he's not doing any passing work. Do have to kind of watch out for Stevenson there, the rookie, possibly coming up there. as well in getting in the mix. And again, it's New England, so I just kind of steer away from all those running backs anyway until we have a clear idea of how they're going to be used. Same thing with Cooks and stuff like that. So again, just with all that said, it leaned down to the B- side for me personally. But I think he definitely has some good talent there. Again, not a bad team. But again, yeah, like you said, I would have probably took a quarterback a little earlier. I used to take my quarterback down here in the 10th in 1QB, but to me now, getting one of those top 5, quarterbacks, you could wait till the 5th, but don't be the 6th one and grab a quarterback. Because you can get so much advantage, depending on how points go and stuff like that in your league. Just make sure you have the advantage there, if it is for the quarterback. And I just kind of want to bring up Mike's team. Like, getting Tannehill down there in 9th is great, but I don't think Anderson and Fuller would have been better than him grabbing Herbert there in the 7th. Just kind of getting back to that. So that's just kind of my example, I have for that. He didn't have Herbert available there, for Goddard. He could have maybe took him instead of Harris, but again, that's where I'm at. So that's why I just kind of came in at a B- there. Anyway.
I traded for Anderson. I like him. Sorry, that was completely just.
No, we need all that. We need all that.
Yeah, I still like the construction of the team. I mean, like you're saying, I'm not sold on Joe Money Mixon. He hasn't shown the money, really. I think he had a better year last year. And now that my guy, Gio's gone, maybe he'll really step up to the plate. I think his problem has been injury, right? I think he's, how many years he's been injured in a row? Like all of them?
Yep, he has that Liz Frank.
You said all of them?
Basically.
But yeah, like I haven't seen him like run a full season. You know what I mean? Like I can't recall when I was just even thinking about it. You know what I mean? I do like Harris too, though.
Had the backfield to himself. Yeah.
Yeah. Goddard. I like what you're saying, Anthony, as far as where you could want to take your QB, and it's kind of like going with what the tight end situation. Same thing. You know what I mean? It's like position scarcity, and when you're going to get the advantage in the points, and is your team going to look any better or worse? And I've been doing a lot of that myself, is just setting up your starters and worrying about your backups, because they'll be backups anyways. So get the best starters that you can on your team. Sometimes that kaleidoscope draft that just has a running back, a tight end, a wide receiver, and a quarterback, but at the end of the day, it might be the winning team because it has the top players in that position at those positions. As long as you can build around it, you know what I mean. I like the fact that he took Jalen Hurts down here. Really, I think he got a steal at him on him. I think he's going to have a good year, and I like Cousins as a backup. I don't think that's going to hurt him on this team. I think that's why he was able to build this team, and I'm still like an A range for him.
Let him know, Frank.
There it is.
We're dropping
there
A's.
It is. The man has spoken.
All right.
Yeah.
Riding around in a Rover, he gets a cool life. Ride around in a Rover. Next.
Is this who's next?
Hey, Victorious.
Oh, that was the guy on here, right? It's Martin Victorious.
Victorious.
Yeah, Martin.
Victorious.
Shout out to
like that.
Dynasty Pilot.
Victorious. See? Hey, it's got
there
that.
It is.
It's got that biggie ring to it right there.
There it is.
Yeah.
Hey, I know I say this a lot. Pretty close, man. If he gets himself a little better tight end, because I'm a little higher on that now, I would love this team as Dynasty 100%. This team's sharp, man.
He is a Dynasty guguy. So maybe that's where he sees the value. He hasn't drafted probably startup in very long, so he's seeing the
probably is besides Fitzpatrick. Hey, way down there. I was gonna say
kind of balances out the team age average.
And
there.
Zeke is what, 26 right now? Like, hey.
Well, Mostert's 29, so he's old.
Hey, you get this in Dynasty, you're killing it. But I like what he did here. So he's heavy in all these positions. Again, tight end, a little, a little light, a little light in the shorts at tight end, but I like it. Good job, Victorious.
Nice. What grade are you giving Dustin?
I'm gonna go ahead and give him an A+.
A+. Dustin always gives out the A+. It's either A+ or F. It's just he doesn't give out B's, C's, or D's. It's just A+ or F. You either nailed it or you didn't. You need to improve because there can only be one winner.
Period.
Right?
If you're not first, you're last.
Where
Shout
you
out
guys
to
going?
Ricky
Hey,
Bobby
higher
there.
than an A+ or lower?
And to make sure I didn't get
Frank?
sued there for saying that. I don't
Now,
have the rights
I'm not
to
sure
that.
I'm at an A+ range on this. I mean, I do like the fact that he took 4 RBs to start with. I like Lamar Jackson where he took him at in the 5th. I like Ayuk, Shark, and Pittman, but they're all like wide receiver 2s. They could be wide receiver 1s, but like we were just talking, DJ Shark's getting no love over there. You might as well get Laviska Shenault. I do like Pittman, Mike Gesicki. You know, it's just
Agreed.
B range, really, honestly. I like Bateman, Waddle, still just B range.
Yeah, and I'm right there. I was in the B plus range as well, just because I would like to see at least one. Like, if you would have went, I don't know, maybe even Amari Cooper, maybe Bobby Tree, some Evans, kind of anyone there instead of kind of Kareem Hunt. I don't think you have that much of a drop off getting Mostert there still in the 4th. If you have a top end wide receiver there, and I think that would just balance your team out that much more. That's the only pick that I would say, and then you can come back and get another, that 4th running back in the 6th or 7th there. Again, it is kind of a little wasteland, but again, it's your RB4 at that point. So again, there's enough, kind of lotto tickets or people there that can suffice as an RB4, and your starters would just be that much more solid. So again, we say running backs early and often here, but there's some times where you do need to fill out the rest of your starters because a lot of the times you can only start 2 guys. Of course, in this one, this is a regular flex that you can start here as well. So again, you kind of want to have that little bit of depth there. But again, I'd like to see a high end wide receiver in that 3-8 spot if you go 2 running backs.
You could trade him for one though. You got the guys.
Anthony can't.
Like you're saying, taking Bateman, Waddle, Hubbard. He's definitely looking for that, dynasty, mentality on those guys. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And I'm right there with you. I stream the crap out of tight end as well. It's like if you don't get one of those 3, then just plug guys in there.
Yeah, don't worry about it really so much, right?
Just make sure you have studs in
maybe
the rest
get
of
2
your
of them. You know what I mean?
though.
Maybe get 2 of them. I think later on.
No, just 1 or
Just
less.
One
And
or
then
less.
just make sure your other guys are that much better, or that you can trade those guys into better starters to make up for that deficit. So again, you just have to have a plan. So
I think we're all that way. I've never really gone a tight end early, but I'm really liking that strategy, especially with how high the top. We always beat this up, right? It's 3 and a huge drop off. I'm not impressing anybody with that knowledge.
Yeah. But it's all going to change week 1. As soon as we see people actually running the ball, half of these guys we think are good RB2s are going to be crap, and it's only going to be like the top 15 guys that anybody even wants to touch. So it's all good.
Hey, so do either one of you guys want to do a gentleman's bet that DJ Chark gets more
traded to the Niners?
Than,
Let's go.
Shenault this year?
I think we already have that. I think we already have one of those bets going on. I'm gonna have to check the gentleman's bet board.
Me and Frank actually did another gentleman's bet earlier. That
I know. I need to get those numbers and put it up on the website.
Yeah, it's on the drive.
Yeah, we need to have that.
I don't even remember the one we did. Oh, if Aaron Rodgers was going to play for Green Bay, we got that one going. But I could have waited till Pete Olsen
this year or not.
That. Hey, do we have the freaking Olsen twins?
We do.
Joey
father and son duo, man. Father and son duo. So
Even
Joey
better.
is the son.
Joey's
Pete
the son.
is the father.
I was gonna say that. Hey, I knew that. Could tell. Hey, I could tell these kind of things, man. So we're gonna have a duel. Everybody in the chat, look at those teams. Once we're done breaking them down, or once you get a chance, who wins? Father, son. I'm not gonna make that call. We're just gonna grade like we normally do, but I'm sure they want to know. Thank you guys both for being part of the show. Joey, I like what I see. You went a little late on running backs. These guys are going to tear you up. You came with Noah Fant, like you've been watching the show, or you're reading the same stuff I am. You pulled through with Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, like, man, scary Terry Thielen, like, hey, you change up a couple running backs somehow. I don't even know how you do it. A solid freaking team, Joey. Good pick. What do you got? What do you think, Frank?
Yeah, I like the stack that he has with Hill and Mahomes. You know, I mean, if you're going to get any two guys, why not the top guys? You know, in the positions, right? I like Taylor. I think he does have a drop off in RB, taking Edmonds and Fournette, but you know, we'll see how the split the shares works out over there with Edmonds and Connor. And you know, hopefully Edmonds still gets his share. Uh, but I like Scary Thielen. No fan. I really don't. You know, that's just personal choice. I like the team overall, man. It's a pretty decent team that he put together. I just think the running back 2 situation is where he's lacking. Where he could have got somewhere like if Thielen could have got Etienne or somebody else in that range, and I think it would have helped this team out a little bit better. So I think it's a solid B.
I agree. I don't think that Etienne's that guy. Like, I'm taking Thielen all day over that. My opinion. So I like
Yeah,
what you did there.
especially now that we're hearing this other news that Anthony's talking about having a RBBC for sure, and having all those guys over there. You
I
know,
don't listen
that
to
doesn't look good for Robinson
coaches.
or Etienne or anybody in Jacksonville for that matter. If that turns out to be true, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna have to wait to find out. The only thing we do know, Jacksonville's gonna find a way to mess it up, like they always do. I mean, you have playoff Lenny over there, you know, but whatever. Hey, so let's jump right into Lord of Fanta. He's back.
Oh, I like the name.
He's back.
Want a Fanta? Fanta.
What you think?
Let's start
What
right
you
off with
think,
them.
Frank?
We're looking at Cam Akers and Gibson. I like starting RB. Then he goes Waller. I mean, he's one of the guys that are taking these top tight ends early. Why not Waller? I think he's the one that overprojected his draft position last year. Obviously, if you see the guy play, you know, he's a focal point for the Las Vegas Raiders. And I think he's probably the only one that's really producing a lot over there. Honestly, Waller,
Yeah.
you know, hopefully he's, you know, QB proof over here. I like like we just mentioned Etienne, whole situation, Williams in Denver. You know, not too fond of that right now, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. You know what I mean? Chase and Brady
Yeah.
taking him kind of late. I mean, you know, Gallup. I like that he took Gallup actually more. EJ Moore down here. Justin Fields is a flyer back at 2. Still at a B range on this team as well. I don't know. You know what? B plus. We'll give him a B plus for sure.
Hey, I like it. Hey, so now we're gonna break it down. Father son, Pops is up.
The father son.
He came off.
Oh, so this is the father right here. This is the Pete Olsen.
Yep, Pete Olsen.
Oh,
This is Pops. Pops is up.
Dad's coming up. So who's going to win the winner? He's going wide receiver, taking Adams, Diggs, Jacobs, Gordon. Wow.
Man, and came through with Rodgers.
I don't like the running backs. I don't think Jacobs is going to have a good deal. I'm not really, you know, feeling Gordon. I mean,
I really like Gordon,
Cup,
and I think everybody's wrong in that situation.
I like Cup. I like Hawkinson. Rodgers may not. And that's all. The only guy he took is Rodgers. I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Like having only Rodgers.
Yeah, get a second
QB,
but neither of them did. They picked pretty similar teams.
Right?
I just think in the running back thing, I feel like Pete Olsen got more depth, but Joey's got Jonathan Taylor, which is obviously a big step above. Chase Edmonds could do it, or Leonard Fournette, however they're feeling over there. Man, this is a toss-up, man. Let us know in the chat. Would you grade Pete?
What are you guys grading him? I mean, because we got Anthony down here, and I'm considering it right now. I'm looking at the stack with the Adams and Rodgers, but is it really a stack this year, or is he really going to be playing over there? That's the big question mark.
He is.
Now, if he stays there, then it's like you hit the
stack,
hit the lottery.
Bro. They both went with the stack.
Yeah.
You see what they did? Hey, Andy's got the #1 targeted receiver. That's pretty solid.
Well, I like Joey's stack over, you know, his dad's stack. You know, I think I like the Hill Mahomes stack better than the Adams or Rodgers. You know what I mean?
If there's a
just because the uncertainty right now. I mean, yeah, but they're both 1-2s. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're both 1-2, 1-2 right next to each other. But just because the uncertainty, you know what I mean? We already know Mahomes and Hill are playing. We don't know where Rodgers is playing, and if Rodgers is not playing, it really drops down Adams a lot because now he has a different QB who's not going to be having that, sync, that the quarterback and the wide receiver get, for playing, year after year and practicing and, getting those, plays in and all that kind of stuff. That takes time to, build and get there. You just come in with another a quarterback and expect the wide receiver to perform the same. It just doesn't happen. I don't think. There's going to be a drop off. I'd still,
You're gonna have to tell me this is father.
Let's look at the board.
See it. Nah, let's not look at the board.
I'm still at a B. I like the Suns team better.
All I care about is what
them boys out there. What is he thinking?
Hey, we'll find out. All right, so moving along. King Saab.
Oh,
always been
the returning gentleman.
Unless King Rocks is here, King Saab is always a good drafter. Damn, to pull Josh Allen in the 4th like that, it's so weird. It's so weird.
When I'm looking at the team.
We just super flex that many times, right? And he's pulling Mike Davis in the 6th. I don't like Juju, but I like everything after that.
Carter,
I would say he has
Lawrence,
one of the better teams in the entire draft. What you think, Frank?
I would agree. I like how he starts off with Jones and Eckler, and obviously being the last pick, he's getting the turn, getting back and forth. So he's taking his best available at the time that he has them available. So he took Thomas and Allen. I like those next 2 picks. Taking Deontay Johnson. That's where he loses me because he ends up taking Juju as well on Pittsburgh. I don't think that's a stack you want to have. Although they do throw a lot in Pittsburgh for whatever reason, but I think they're going to move away from that this year with Najee and really start putting the ball back on the ground like they used to. I like Mike Davis where you got him. I like Carter taking Trevor Lawrence as a QB2. Why not? Like Irv Smith. Really like that late pick tight end because I think that's the kind of guy that you're going to end up getting top 4 to 5 numbers out of that tight end right there. So, you're going to get great value at his ADP in the pick that you got him at. Jalen Reagor, we thought last year was his breakout, so maybe this will be his breakout year. We'll see how it goes with him. But, it's an overall solid A team.
Man, just you talking kind of reminded me, just looking at it, I've noticed, Big Ben didn't get drafted. Taysom Hill didn't get drafted, but Jameis Winston did. But Cam Newton.
So we're coming back real quick. I just seen that them boys did reply. I like the top 8 picks better for the son than the later picks for the dad. And I was thinking the same thing. I like the top of the sons, but the depth was kind of weak. But the dad didn't start off as well. But I still do give the edge to the son because of the Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes stack over the Adams Rodgers stack.
Hey, shout out them boys. That's what we were waiting for. That's what we wanted to see. Anybody else wants to chime in? Catch us in the chat. We loved having you guys. We appreciate it. Frank, thank you for being here. We're going to keep going. We still got our draft going. We got tons of stuff going. If you guys haven't, like we said, hey, sorry, we're fully live. Like, subscribe. We don't care. We appreciate having you guys. We just like the feedback.
No, we care. We appreciate it, man. We appreciate you guys being here with us. One thing I wanted to bring up, and even just because it is at the end of the show, and maybe you get, we're coming up pretty soon, and we are, I think they were asking Anthony, and I'm surprised he's not here, so maybe I should. Well, no, he's going to sit down. He's coming back, so I'll bring it up right now at the end of the show here. What is it going to be like for us after the season starts, and we're going to continue to kind of, break down what's going on with the teams and try to point out some good players that you guys might want to be picking up. Doing pickup shows, and we have a whole schedule set up. Maybe putting on the website as well as to the days and times that the recordings will be. And we're always going to be live because it's easier for us to put it out there and just basically minimal edit. And, if we're wrong, we're wrong. We're right. You know what I mean? Like everybody, I think every expert takes the knowledge that they have, that stats that are available to them and makes an educated guess as to what's going to happen. But you never know in the NFL, and you never know who the next guy up is. You know what I mean? Like injuries happen, this happens, that happens. Coaches don't go with the game plan; they're switching it up because Yeah, for sure.
We're gonna go over waiver. We're gonna go over injuries. We're gonna go over who you should start, who you shouldn't when we're live. Hey, pop us in with those questions. We'll take it off the top of our head and you'll get our honest feedback. So I didn't mean to take from you.
But yeah,
I just liked where you're going, man. I was jumping on the train with you. That's all it was.
Yeah, hell yeah. I just wanted to mention that because I know that it's coming up soon. You know what I mean? And Anthony's like, oh, we got to get some more mocks in, and I'll probably get into some as we get closer in the season because I do want to, actually fine tune my own self. Let Rasta come in here again. Here, Anthony, sit down for a second. Here we go.
And that was it, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Peace out. At least I got to say bye.
Next episode. Hey, we're just kidding. You got the floor, and if you got anything you want to say. We were really just giving the outro. We were thanking you. We were like, man.
Hey, there's a trade being offered right now.
Hey, the backbone, he's just working so hard. So that's all we were saying. That's all you missed.
Hey, Den Boys is offering the trade right now.
You guys are working that out.
We're good, boys.
There it is.
We're drinking. No drinking tonight.
Oh, that's why. That's why he said he's not sure if he's happy or disappointed. A little bit of both. We'll settle for a little bit of both.
Hey, we have a youngster watching the show, so we got to be on our best behavior.
Yeah, definitely. He's probably watching us going to bed right now. So shout out to my little guy there. But no, man. Sorry I didn't get to grade the last one of you guys here. I just want to say again, just special thanks to the Olsons, Lord of Fanta, and King Saab here at the end. Last thing I just wanted to say is I actually had King Saab with my best grade. He had the A for me there at the end, so I'm not sure where you guys were there. You could catch me outside later.
Also.
Let me know. Okay. And but yeah, just shout out to the Olsons, man. Hope you guys can join us again. Appreciate you guys sharing stuff on Twitter and letting people know about us. Let's fill up these mocks, man, for next Friday, 9:30 Eastern,
2 F-bombs.
9:30 Pacific. Fuck it, we're out.
Peace.